Hello, so I'm making this video just to walk you through again your first Java class or for your first Java program using Eclipse. So once you start up Eclipse, if you want, really, you could do something here. Just make sure that this workspace is what you set it to, what you want it to be. For me, this is what I want it to be. So check this checkbox here. Use this as your default so that it won't keep asking you. You don't have to, but if you don't, then every time you start up Eclipse, it will ask you. For example, let's say you're taking two classes. One is Java, one is C++. Then you might not want to do that because you're probably using the same Eclipse for both. But if all you're doing is just this class, then check this box so that subsequently when you start Eclipse, it will pick that as your default workspace and all your files would be under that folder. So launch. All right. First thing to do is to create a Java project. There are multiple ways to do that, but one of the easiest ways to do that is go to File, New, Java Project, give it a name. I'm going to give mine, we did hello Boston in class. Trying to think, hello what? I'm going to do hello coffee or hello Java, but I'm going to do hello coffee, okay? So we're using the default location, which is basically, it will create a folder under your workspace. Virtually all these other default settings are fine. And you don't even, at least for this introduction, you don't need to go to next. You can just click finish and you'll be good. So here we are. Now we have a Java project. We do not have any classes yet. So we're going to create a class. Right click on that, new class. We're not putting classes under packages or anything sophisticated, just using the default for most things. So here we want to, this is our source path, which is based off of our Java project name. Enter a name. We'll call this hello coffee. Coffee. Note how there are no spaces. And this is what is referred to as camel case. Uppercase mixed with lowercase, mixed with uppercase, mixed with lowercase. And then I want it to be a public class so that I can execute it. I want Eclipse to create the public void main, public static void main method for me as a starting point. So I don't have to worry about the creating the signature and all that. So I'm checking off this checkbox here. Every other thing I can leave as the same. You can uncheck this or you can leave it as is. Doesn't change anything. It doesn't affect anything for now. So here we are. So this is your class as mentioned, and this is the method. So this method is basically the entry point to this particular class. All right, this is a comment. I'm just going to remove the comment just because I don't need it, at least in this case. So what we did in class was we did a simple system out print line. I'm going to do that as well. If I can find my keyboard, okay. System dot out dot print line. So let's do hello coffee. Okay. Now let's do a little bit more. System dot out dot print line. I like my coffee without milk or without cream, but with, don't laugh at me, honey. What else? Let's do system.out.print line. Now we want to print a cup of Joe, another name for coffee, costs ... So we're going to write the price of coffee down here. System.out.print line. So now we are printing a float. So a cup of coffee costs how much? It's been a while I bought. I think, let's just say 3.01 cents. Okay. So now let's see, let's run this. Right click, run as Java application. All right, so you see all your output right here. And that's your first Java class. Of course, Java does a lot more, but from a first class perspective, you can check that off of your bucket list. You've written your first Java class. All right, so I'm going to stop here, but I hope while you are going through the exercise at home, basically, hopefully this video helps, when you're trying things at home to write your own first Java program as well. Thank you.